Let's do a reading for Gemini. I think that the first one that I did was actually deleted, or just the file ended up being corrupt. Okay. So what's going on for Gemini? I'm hearing someone's mom telling them to stop doing something. I'm also hearing the word tolerance. So there's some sort of tolerance you need to have about moving forward, and you're resisting with the Eight of Swords, or this, I can't see it. Eight of Swords, Seven of Swords. You're resisting this change, and it's a change of how you communicate and what environment. What is this related to? It's a change in the way you communicate in regards to your profession. So right now, there's something new that you are able to make an income off of something that's just sprouted, essentially. It's in its infancy, and you're also in this state of movement and change, but you're feeling restricted. You can't, it's like you can't say what you want to say, and how do they get out of that state? By addressing or saying whatever it is that you're restricting. So this is a great example of when you can use writing to propel movement. So from this stagnancy, you're able to actually create some sort of change, create some sort of movement. And in these two cards, we have two people that are actually moving in different directions. So it's like this knight is looking back at the things that have been conquered, the things that, it's almost like the things that you have accomplished. You're looking at your accomplishments, but you're moving towards something that is unknown, which might be why you have this fear of saying too much. This could also be like with people, but it feels like it's with a job where you work with people, like someone who might be in HR or anyone who works with people. Like you're a liaison, you're a communicator between multiple people. And whatever it is you're moving through or you're moving towards. So right now what's happening with Gemini, you're in this transition of communication, and you're moving towards something that you will learn to love. It's something that is new. It's not fully developed, and it might be like something you have zero experience with. This person in this Nine of Wands is actually looking at you though, and there's someone that's critiquing whatever it is that you're moving towards. I don't know who this is. It might be someone you're in a relationship with, because the Knight of Cups came out on top of that. So there's someone you have love for or who is related to you in that way. Let's see. Let's pull one of these. Seven of Shells. Chance and ambitions. So it's like there's someone that's kind of watching you go through this process of change. Maybe you don't want to communicate to them what you want to go towards, something that you're passionate about, because you're afraid of their critique. Because look, they're looking over at you, and this feels very separate here. Feels very separate. What is this pentacle? What I heard makeup, like someone's making up, or to make up, or maybe to recreate. And I'm seeing this Four of Swords. This person's showing up as bright orange. So that's showing me that it's related to that part of your body. It's related to something that's creative, something that fulfills you. And I was seeing alliance. I'm seeing the word alliance, community alliance, some sort of alliance. Maybe it's with people, maybe it's a group, maybe it's like a workshop, maybe you're being inspired like creatively by this group that you're communicating with, or like you want to create a group. That's for only a few people, but there's something related to orange, like it seems like it's a passion, like it's there's a lot of creativity that wants to come through. And I was seeing an image of like a hose, like the end of a hose, and the water just like rushing through this hose. Maybe you're gardening, maybe you're working outside, maybe it has to do with just cultivating, like growing a new crop, or just making something fertile, like the act of fertilizing this idea. I haven't pulled any past cards for some reason. So in the past, you probably had you had someone in your life that was a King of Pentacles, or you felt this way. It feels like it's someone who was like your protector, like even like a fatherly figure. It could be a partner, but it was some comfort, and that is behind you. You're moving from that comfort so you're basically shifting elements, so you're shifting states. This is the focus. Where you're at internally is this focus. So you're focusing less on like building the pentacles and more on building the fulfillment, the emotional fulfillment, like all things water. You're satisfying the water element in your chart. So you could look at wherever it is you have the strongest water element in your chart, and that house is going to be the house that you want to activate. So I'm just going to pull a card on top of this Page of Cups that's going to show you what you need to activate that element. I heard change really loudly. Okay, so funny, to change that element, you have to work on creating pentacles. So you have to work on creating financial stability somehow. And that's what you're moving towards. And you're not the one sitting in this boat, you're actually the one that's in directing it. So you might feel like you're carrying someone, like you might be carrying a load, like what? Well, that's different for a lot of people. What is in this boat? Like, what do you have to carry to get there? There's some kind of language that you're using to get to these pentacles. So like, what is that? It's like whatever is on this, what is a gondola? It's like this little boat. Whatever is on this boat, whatever we can't see, it's like you're taking it with you to make something here. So you're taking this inspiration, this page, you're taking this you know, whatever it is that it's clearly this love for this passion. It's like this idea that you have that you want to fulfill, and you're trying to figure out, like, how am I gonna do this? How am I gonna create it? And in the meantime, you have like another person over here that's kind of like looking at you like, I don't really know like what they're doing. But your energy is like trumping their critique, so it doesn't really matter. I wouldn't. How can you deflect this critique? It might even be like a self-driven critique, but there's someone who's like looking at, like, challenging this change. And then you get the strength. So this is the soul, this is the solar plexus, this is courage. So you just have to basically trust in whatever it is that you're doing. And you have tolerance. Notice that the flowers are white. There's some significance related to white flowers. Maybe jasmine. There could be some relationship to jasmine. And also, if you just kind of like squint your eyes, you'll see a lot of greens and whites and yellows. So it's about heart. It's about obviously heart and like the solar plexus. Those are the parts of the body that are being called. They're active. Yeah, and here you're, again, this is for the sake of your own gain. You know that you're able to profit in some way from this. And so and I'm seeing this, like, I'm actually seeing like a circle, like, going around this, like, it looks like a lightning Okay, it looks like a circle going around this, so there's like a lot of importance here. And as I'm moving my finger, for some reason I'm moving it like counterclockwise. So I guess you'll understand that more than I will. I'm gonna pull a card that's on top of the pentacle, on top of this illustration in the Four of Coins or the Four of Pentacles, and that just shows a marriage. It shows a union. It's the number 4. So you have 2 4s here, and that's really balanced. So it's like you could be using a marriage, you could be coming into a marriage, coming into a union, or using the union to gain this control over the resources. And you're sitting, what you're standing on is your wisdom. So you already know how it is that you can handle both of these things. You know how to like create this harmony with the union, whatever, if this is people, if this is the idea. And I was hearing transit of worlds. I don't know what that is, what that means. You get the Ace of Feathers, that's the Ace of Swords. So the transit of worlds through communication. So maybe you need to specifically use the power of words to bring in this union of knowledge, really. Again, this initially came in, this is about looking at your, so this is the 7 of Pentacles, and you're looking at your harvest, like what you've grown. It's almost like doing an inventory of what you've created. Like there's someone that's seeing their own value, or the things that they've created in their life that have value, that other people fought for, with this 5 of Wands. So let's get one more. What is the main message here? To move towards financial stability, to move towards victory. Ace of Crystals. Okay, that's the transformation right there. That's manifestation. So you're moved towards manifesting whatever it is that you, or you already have this idea in mind. Through self-love and conscientiousness. And there's a little panda. All right, my friends, thank you so much.